All right, Captain, I see you smiling. What's going on here?
Well, over the last week, we've been having air conditioner issues, and part of the problem is on the chillers. If the return water temperature sensor breaks down, the unit stops working. And then also on the air handlers, the temperature probe for the water, if the temperature sensor goes down, the air handler also doesn't work, but you can override it. Anyway, thanks to Yacht Tech, they've overnighted, albeit it took 5 days, 4 of each of the sensors to come down, the temperature probes to come down. This one in the black with no wire on the end. This is a for the chiller, and this one with an RJ11 connection on it. This is for the air handlers in each of the cabins. We have to change out 3 of these in the salon, the master cabin, and in the pilot's house, and then we can stop overriding it. So the next thing we'll show will be when we are replacing these, and hopefully everything will be back to normal. So the air handlers are under the bunk in the master cabin. So first we've got to remove the mattress to get access to everything. And the Admiral's just moving the pillows. And the mattress is heavy, so it's a 2-man operation. So this is the air handler under the master bunk, and the white box on the wall is where the sensor goes into and where we have to take the cover off, and the probe is down underneath there, and we just replace the probe. So Leslie's undone the screws under here because we fiddled around, and now you just pull it off, and this is the probe, and then it comes along this line, and here is the other end of it. So this is the old probe disconnected. I unclipped 2 cable ties, disconnected the RJ11, and here it is. So here's the new one. I'll just use this. We switched the power off, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we take the probe, we feed it through. Feed it through. Connect it. And then I'm going to
So the new probe is installed and we are going to test it. What I need to see is that the water temperature shows a temperature. Before it was just showing the same as outside. It had the same dash dash dash. Success. The water in is showing 46 degrees.
Darling?
Mm-hmm.
You want to try and switch it on and see what happens?
Alright, do you think it's all connected up?
I'm hoping so.
Okay, give me a second.
Alright. The air handle down here. Alright, this is the cable. So let's do this.
Probe.
Hey?
For the probe.
Yeah, for the probe.
That's funny. So do you want me to go and switch it on?
So go and switch it on. So earlier I showed you the box with the temp sensors for the air handlers and also for the chilled water in the 2 VARCs, the chillers. We've done the air handlers. Now I've got to go into this VARC, this variable speed chiller, and get access to the probe to replace it. In order to do that, I've got to take this panel off, I've got to take the fan off, and then I've got to take this top off. And then I've got to unscrew and get access to inside the chiller. So that's going to be quite an exercise. Free. Oh, you know what I did wrong?
What?
I think Dan took it off the back plate. I took it off here. But that doesn't matter. Yeah?
Okay.
Wow. So this is the cold water return temperature probe that I have just joined up because we had a fault in the #1 chiller on the boat. It's 8:30 at night. We've been at it since 5:30. It was quite complicated to get it all off, but we now have it verified as working, and now we've got to try and put it back in its unit. Just close up this VARC and leave it in a way that we can run the AC tonight.
Having finished at 8:30 p.m. yesterday, Frank came down this morning to just reassemble the box and put all the bolts back, etc., and realized that now we have to change the probe on the outboard side chiller also. So that's what he's busy with now. So this one's not so easy because it's harder to get to.
And we're off. Both VARCs are now running. Sensors are changed. Units put back together. It's looking wonderful. The only thing left tomorrow to see if I can get the network so that they work in a network. Otherwise, we're in great shape.
During one of my regular engine checks, I noticed that the fan belt on the starter battery's alternator was a bit cracked, so I reported to my captain. And now we have removed that fan belt. Not an easy job, of course.
It wasn't too bad.
And the state of the fan belt is actually pretty poor.
Well, it's got a lot of cracks on it,
yeah,
for sure.
to the untrained, well, my untrained eye, because obviously I know nothing about it.
Well,
So,
it's been on there for 2 years, so
yeah.
it's time to change that one out. So here's the new one, and you can see on the new one it's nice, good, great condition. So that's our spare. So we're going to put that on. On the other side of the engine, which we'll show you down below, we also have the alternator for the house batteries. This is the fan belt that came off. It's in good condition, which is just as well because at the moment we don't have a backup. We have two thin ones as a backup, which at a pinch would work, but I'd rather have one big one. So fortunately we're going back to the States and we'll get a new one, and we'll order some new fan belts. These are so I'm going to put these back on now.
So out of this whole box of fan belts, there's about 30 that we don't use, that I can't find a place for, and probably 4 that will actually have a job.
Well, there's more than 4 because there's the wing engine and the generator, but we need to assess that.
Yeah. That's good. So first of all, I'm just going to clean around here with acetone. Okay, let's try again. So of course I set the camera in for backing into the slip, and halfway in they changed their minds and gave us a T-head, so all the action was alongside, not on the aft end of the boat. We're tied up, fenders are out, power is connected, and now
Look at my shirt.
Frank's got his shirt on back to front, had a long night, and he's just checked inside to make sure we've got power, and now he's going to make sure he's happy with how the lines are tied before we shut down everything.